I'm very happy, but I'm not proud of that win. They do this to every single team in the world. It was way too deep for my liking. Who is Real Madrid's goalkeeper for the next 5-10 years? Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Talk Footy. My name is Shaheen, and as always, I'm very excited to be here today. Well, the Champions League quarterfinals are over, and wow, let's get right into it. I'm very happy that Real Madrid eliminated Man City. I'm over the moon, okay? So don't get me wrong, I'm thankful to Carlo Ancelotti, and I'm very happy that Real Madrid made it through against all odds. But I'm a little bit frustrated because they just parked the bus for 120 minutes. Just watching Vinicius and Rodrigo and Bellingham defend that deep, I'm laughing, but I'm a little bit upset, to be honest. Again, yes, Real Madrid went through. They're in the semi-finals. You can think, who cares? They got the result. They got the job done. All that is true. But a team like Real Madrid, with the players that they have, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Bellingham, Toni Kroos, Valverde, Camavinga, Luka Modric, these are world class players. These are World Cup winners. These are some of the best players in the world right now. And just to have them sit back that deep at the edge of their own 18-yard box for almost 120 minutes was just really painful to watch. It was stressful. Man City had them deep inside their box, and you were just waiting for things to go really downhill. Real Madrid got the first goal, so that helped them a lot because, it made them a little bit more calm and confident, but it forced them to be even more defensive, which was really unfortunate to watch because I don't want to watch Vinicius defend like that for that long. I don't want to watch Rodrigo pin in his own box, Bellingham running, sprinting to defend and cover spaces, Toni Kroos, instead of making everything happen in the midfield, on the ball, defending and trying to support Mendy and support Bellingham and Vinicius. Real Madrid defended well. They were organized. They made it very difficult for Man City, which is how they made it to the penalties at the end, and they were able to go through. Lunin, who we will get into in a bit, had an amazing game, but I'm just not proud of that win. I'm happy. I'm delighted. I'm over the moon. I think with this win, Real Madrid must be the favorites now going into the semi-finals, the game against Bayern Munich. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to the finals and eventually win the Champions League again for the 15th time, which would be amazing and insane. But I'm not proud of that win. I'm not proud of the way Real Madrid approached the game, and I was kind of critical of Carlo Ancelotti in the first leg, saying that they defended for a little too long in that first leg. But in the second leg, it was even worse. And again, I love Carlo Ancelotti. I really respect him and everything he's done everywhere he's been, including Real Madrid. He's literally one of my idols as a coach. But I don't know, this might be a little bit harsh or maybe emotional to say, but I think his time is starting to come to an end at Real Madrid. He's a little bit old school in his philosophy and in his ideas. Sometimes I watch Real Madrid and I'm especially this game against Man City, I'm Real Madrid looks like AC Milan when he was in charge of AC Milan 15-20 years ago. We don't look like we've evolved. We look so old school, just defensive, parking the bus. And again, if you're an average team or a mid-table team, yeah, you got to do what you got to do to win. It doesn't matter how you play. But having these players and being Real Madrid, you want to win, but you want to win attractive. And that win, even though it was hard work, even though it was a defensive masterclass, you could say. I mean, if City got fortunate and scored 1 or 2 goals, you can think the opposite. You can say, why did Real Madrid defend like this? It was inevitable that Man City was going to win. But now that City couldn't score, you can say it was a defensive masterclass. And sure, it was. But as a Real Madrid fan, and if I'm just being honest with myself, that was not attractive to watch. I'm sure that was not fun to play. You could see it in Vinicius or Rodrigo or Bellingham's face sometimes. And that was very stressful to just follow. And I think Real Madrid needs to start now thinking a little bit long term and start looking at some of the potential backup options if Ancelotti does end up leaving. We need somebody that that is a little bit more modern, that has some new ideas, that is a bit more entertaining and brave. Somebody like Xabi Alonso, somebody like Mikel Arteta, these managers that are new but are modern and exciting might be a good idea. I don't know. I'm very hesitant to say this, but like I said, I'm very happy, but I'm not proud of that win. And I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned because we shouldn't be playing like that. We shouldn't be defending like that for 120 minutes. Now, just talking about it tactically, like I said, defensively Real Madrid was solid. Like players like Carvajal, he also got a yellow card, so it was really risky to keep him against Grealish and then Doku in the second half. For him to defend like that, for him to use his experience and just stay solid like that and make sure that he's not giving away too much, he's not making silly tackles, he's not giving an excuse for the referee to pull out a second yellow card, he's not giving an excuse for Man City players to go down. Just he was so solid. Rudiger was outstanding. He literally had Haaland in his back pocket for majority of the fixtures. Yeah, there was one or two shaky moments, but again, that's gonna happen. That's normal. If you're defending for that long, you can't expect defenders or players to be like literally perfect 100%. Things are gonna happen, and you just need to hope that the ball doesn't go in the back of the net. And even though they scored once, they were not able to score again. Like I said, Lunin was fabulous. Lunin, he kind of messed up on that first goal in the first leg, and you could blame him for that Bernardo Silva goal in the free kick. But he really made up for that mistake. He came through. There was a lot of pressure on him during the game, especially in set pieces and corner kicks where Man City players were all over him and they were so close inside the 6-yard box. He dealt with the pressure really well. He was just fabulous. And then in the extra time, he saved 2 penalties and he literally won the fixture for Real Madrid, and he carried Real Madrid to the semi-finals, in my opinion. And let's not forget, Lunin was literally the third choice keeper for Real Madrid. After Courtois got injured, they brought in Kepa from Chelsea, and Kepa seemed to be the next choice for Ancelotti and for Real Madrid. But Lunin took the challenge on, and he showed everybody why he is underrated and why he should be playing for Real Madrid. And I tell you what, if I'm Courtois, once Courtois gets back from injury, given that he's 31 years old and Lunin is 25, who is Real Madrid's goalkeeper for the next 5-10 years? I think Courtois should be a little bit concerned and worried because Lunin has done great. I mean, I would keep Lunin in net, to be honest, if I'm the coach. But obviously Courtois was one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if not the best. So let's see if he's going to be the same once he gets back from injury. He had 2 big injuries and he's still recovering from those. But like I said a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't really worried about the goalkeeper department because I believed in Lunin and he came through and he was fantastic. Hats off to players like Vinicius and Rodrigo and Bellingham for running their socks off. Like, these guys worked tirelessly for so long to defend like that, to do something they're not used to, they don't enjoy doing, and they were amazing. And then they took their 1 or 2 chances in the fixture, Hats off to Carlo Ancelotti. It's not easy playing against Man City, arguably the best team in the world. They do this to every single team in the world. Arsenal played defensive like that against them in the Premier League. This is what Man City does, and they're amazing at it. They're the best at it. But I just expect Real Madrid to be a little bit more advanced on the field than they were. It was way too deep for my liking. So yeah, Real Madrid is through to the next round. They're gonna play Bayern Munich, who eliminated Arsenal 1-0. And I kind of call this, Arsenal is a young team. They're just starting to, grow into the Champions League, into these fixtures and competitions. They have a few years to play these big games and have the experience and learn from them. So I honestly didn't think that Bayern Munich was going to lose. I kind of believed that Bayern was going to go through to the next round. The second leg was kind of, there wasn't anything exciting happening, but a lot of credit goes to Bayern Munich. They controlled that game and they didn't give a lot to Arsenal. And yeah, so we're going to see Bayern against Real Madrid for the semi-finals. I think Real Madrid must be favorites right now. There's no way Bayern Munich is going to do to Real Madrid what Man City did and pin them in their own box like that. So I think it's going to be a more open game. Real Madrid will have more control of the game. And I think Real Madrid has the confidence now. They have the quality, the players they have. And considering that Bayern Munich is not having the greatest of seasons this year, I think Real Madrid will go through. Now on the other side, wow, PSG eliminating Barcelona. To be honest, Barca had control of that game until the red card. Obviously, it was a soft red card, but it was still a red card. And just at that level, in an important game like that, you can't allow the opposition to take advantage like that. His inexperience maybe a little bit cost Barcelona. Up until that, Barcelona had control over the game. Once they went down to 10 men, PSG just started playing. There was a lot of space. They had the players to hit Barcelona. They took advantage of the chances and they were able to score goals and eliminate Barcelona. The other game, Dortmund against Atletico Madrid. Wow. I don't remember the last time Atletico Madrid conceded 4 goals like that, especially in a big game like that. Who thought Dortmund can score 4 goals on Atletico Madrid? I didn't. Especially Atletico Madrid having a 2-1 lead in the fixtures. So hats off to Dortmund. They did what they had to do. They were brave. They were kind of the underdogs. They really were. And they were able to come on top. I really hope that Dortmund ends up going to the finals. I really hope Dortmund is able to beat PSG because I don't really like PSG that much. So I'm biased. But considering that Dortmund has done really well being the underdogs, I hope they go to the finals. I'm hoping Real Madrid is able to overcome Bayern Munich, but it will be a solid game. It's going to be 2 big clubs going against each other, tons of experience on both teams. It's going to be entertaining to watch. So yeah, that was some interesting games in the Champions League quarterfinals. I personally can't wait to watch the semifinals. If they're going to be anything like the quarterfinals, it's going to be really exciting. Thank you for tuning in as always. If you enjoyed the podcast, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, show your support, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.